Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. I just took a little time off because this whole thing with remote learning and also working outside of the house again has been like a lot to juggle, and I'm just trying to figure out, I'm just trying to get my bearings right now. So just, bear with me as I'm trying to do that. That's why I have just pretty much been absent, just checking in on social media from time to time. But for the most part, I just been away from here, But last night I was on Instagram because last night was the Brandy versus Monica, and I was there for it. Weeks ago, many weeks ago, I remember doing a video talking about a Verzuz and saying, the one Verzuz I would love to see, but I just don't think it's going to happen would be Brandy versus Monica. Because at the time, it just seemed like it just wasn't even in the cards. And then when Verzuz posted that and said, oh my goodness, they showed that it was going to actually happen, I think I was as excited as everybody else. And 1.1 million people, actually, it was up to 1.2, showed up on Instagram. And that's not even including Apple TV, right? So when you include all of those, I am certain that it was probably well over 2 million people watching in real time, watching these ladies. And it was just a sight to see. Because listen, I grew up in the 90s, right? I remember Moesha. I remember the little skirts. I remember just like the time, just the 90s was just a time to be alive and just to be outside. It really was, right? With the Victoria's Secret peach glacé lotion, the butterfly clips, the big chunky sandals and stuff like that, the little midriff tops, all of that. I pretty much described how I dressed in the 90s when I was in college. So a lot of this was just kind of like a throwback, and exciting for me to watch these two women come together, after everything. And Monica, a few days ago, talked about that before her and Brandy were going to come out and do this together, that they were actually going to sit and have a heart-to-heart and talk about the stuff that happened in the past to separate them, right? And what Monica said, which we know how this shit goes, she said something along the lines of, the fans or the people out there doing the talking kind of made this bigger, right? Because we didn't necessarily have an issue with each other, but the fans made it bigger as well. And we've seen this happen with other fan bases and other people, how sometimes it don't even be an issue, or it's not an issue that they can't get over. It's just that people, when they inject themselves, they make it worse. And after watching this last night, it was just really fun to watch. It was funny. And I've left there thinking to myself, now, did Monica really punch her? Because I felt like Brandy was on the verge of pretty much saying that Monica did get down, but Monica kind of stopped her. She was this close to saying it, but Monica kind of stopped that in its track. So that was just kind of funny to watch these two ladies. And you know what? Even with them both being there was still little shady moments. There was still like a little shade. Now, I love both of these women. I really, really love both of these women. Probably, I would say I'm a huge Brandy fan, right? But I love both of these women just so much. But I think I'm more of a fan of Brandy as far as musically and everything else she's done. Because as I sat there and watched her, I thought to myself, Brandy is still on that shady BS. Now, I don't know if it was just me, but Brandy is a little shady. Brandy reminds me of a really close friend that I have. Like, I don't think she intends to be that way. She just is like that. And you can kind of see how these two personalities at one point or another probably did not get along very well. Because Brandy just reminds me of that one friend that I always have, like, okay, she's cool, y'all. She's cool. You got to like tell people about her before she come into the door. That kind of stuff. Because I don't think she mean anything by it. It's just the way she talks. And Brandy was kind of doing that last night, which made me think, okay, now I can see why these two probably did not get along back in the day. Right. But it was all in good fun. It was all in jest. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Brandy meant anything by it. And just listening to the music, I have to say, I came in this thinking that Monica was just going to get blown out by Brandy. I really did. I was just like, Brandy got too many hits. Monica about to get blown out. And I got to be honest, in my opinion, I think it was a draw. I do. Because I forgot just how many songs Monica actually had. Some of them, it was like, I don't like them all. But Monica was, to me, toe to toe with Brandy. Now, maybe it was Brandy's selection in her songs, because I do think I went in with like, okay, if Brandy played this, if she played this, she gonna blow Monica out easily. But I feel like she didn't play those particular songs. So I don't know. It wasn't as like, Brandy did not like lead in a way that I honestly thought she was going to lead. But she played some of my favorites. Okay, of course, she played her early stuff. She played Full Moon. She played Angel in Disguise, which is one of my favorite songs. Broken Hearted with Wanye. That takes me back. But Monica had her shit too. Monica had her songs too. One of the funnier moments, I think, was when Monica played Sideline Ho, which is just a ghetto anthem. I like Sideline Ho. I like Sideline Ho. But Brandy was like, don't say that. Don't say that. Sarai, cover your ears. And I'm just thinking, isn't Sarai like grown? Sarai like 18 or 19 years old. Surely she's heard the word ho. And Brandy was just so adamant that she just stopped saying ho. And Monica was like, ho, ho, ho. I just thought that was funny. I just thought that was really, really cute. And listen, Monica should have just got a point off of the outfit. Monica was dressed when Monica did that. Okay, I'm sure Fendi is going to be sold out for whatever. Okay, whatever that ensemble was. She looked good last night. She looked so damn good. Now, the only thing my only criticism of Monica was like, I could do a whole video on this. It was the doting on the C Murder stuff that I just cannot stand that whole prison love shit. I'm sorry. I just cannot do it. And I knew that she was going to play Should Have Known Better. A beautiful song. We knew who it was about. The whole free C Murder stuff. It was just like, Monica, listen. Girl, please tell me you're not pining over prison penis. Did Master P tell y'all about that prison talk? It's just kind of like, Monica, please stop. Please, please, please. Because listen, your ass go to prison. Jail is one thing, but your ass go to prison and the judge breaking us up. That's a breakup because the judge broke us up. I'm not about to sit here and just be out here in front of millions of people pining over prison penis. That's just like, Monica, come on, do better, girl. Do better. But anyway, like I said, it was a fun night listening to all those songs. And just kind of watching the banter. I really wanted them to play, we know they played The Boy Is Mine, which was the last one, which I love. But they also did It All Belongs to Me. But they didn't play it last night. And I really, really like that song with those two together. Like their vocal ability is amazing. And that's why one of the reasons why I love Brandy so much, because she is just vocally just so amazing to me. The way she can stack her voice, just how she sounds, how they both sound live. That's one of the things that I feel like we're missing today. That's why I think people was just tuned in like, listen, this is pre-auto-tune. These women don't need any of that to sing. They're live voices. They're everything. And so I think a lot of people were just missing that. And the fact that they did these kind of numbers is because, well, hell, nobody thought that this would ever, ever, ever happen. All right. But it was just funny. It was fun shade. I don't call it like that. Fun shade. It was fun shade. And it was just good to watch both of these ladies get together. Do I think that they ever going to really do anything together? No, I don't. Listen, like I said, Brandy just had this personality that, like I said, I don't think she mean anything by it. But I can absolutely see why her and Monica probably wouldn't just hang out. Because Brandy is just kind of, she's just interesting. She's interesting, talented as hell, but it's just something about her little shady ass that just cracks me up. Absolutely. But they both look amazing. Brandy's new album is so good. I don't know if you streamed it yet. It is really, really good. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because that just made my night. And it made my night to see these two women on this platform and to see the kind of numbers that they drew simply because they were together. And I wish that there were other instances where people could put their differences to the side or just talk about what it was that, just separated them and then come together for the culture. Just come together for the culture. That would be a beautiful thing. And y'all know who I'm talking about, nigga, Lil' Kim. I would love to see that too. I would absolutely love to see that, and I ain't gonna say never say never. That's the song that she should have played. Matter of fact, she should have played Never Say Never. All right. But anyway, I ain't gonna dwell too much into that. I just wanted to come to you guys really quickly and please let me know what y'all thought about all of this. How you think they both did? Do you think it was Monica in the lead? Brandy? What do you think about all of this last night? But all in all, it was a celebration of good music. And I just wanted to leave that with y'all today. As I head on my way, do me a favor, y'all. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm at 27,000, y'all. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.